Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about a BBC show, and this is Tourettes, Let Me Entertain You. And when I saw this in the TV guide, I kind of thought that I want to watch. A couple of years ago there was quite a few programmes about kind of Tourettes, and sort of, they were more documentary style, though this is more of a reality show, to be honest. Reality documentary. In this, having watched it, I genuinely didn't expect to enjoy it anywhere near as much as I did. It's part of a series, which again I didn't know when I first sat down to watch it, so I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself in for, but I loved it. Reggie Yates, well, prior to the, we see the footage of him looking for young people who suffer from Tourette's, who possess really, strong musical abilities, to put together a band that are going to, well, a musical performance that are going to perform for 500 people. And at first you may think, why? But at the beginning we are told that Reggie has found out that a lot of people who suffer from Tourette's do find that when they sort of partake in musical activities, whether that's playing an instrument or singing or whatever, it kind of relaxes them, and their Tourette's basically pretty much go away while they're performing. And I think that's a really fascinating concept and something that I didn't know. So the whole basis, the premise of this TV show, I knew nothing about. So straight away I've learned something. And throughout the first episode, of course this is just a review of the first episode because that's all that's aired. Throughout this first episode I found I was learning things all the time. Very quickly, before I carry on talking about the various aspects, Ruth, who was probably my favourite young person in this, it was revealed that she only started to suffer from Tourette's when she was 16. I had no idea that you could that the symptoms for Tourette's could only start showing at I was going to say such an old age, but I thought it was something that was developed very early on, or not at all. So it does make me think quite a bit. You could go through your entire school year, your school life, not suffering from Tourette's, and then all of a sudden the symptoms could appear, and that's quite scary to think about. So there are 6 different people. The first 30 minutes of the hour programme basically looks at 3 of them in depth, and then we skim over another 3 for about 20 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes is getting them all together. And it's absolutely brilliant. Reggie Yates is somebody who I like, but I don't really follow much of his career or much of what he does. But this, I think he is the perfect person presenting this. He brings forward such a warm approach to it. Often you can get a TV presenter who, when they present something that isn't personal to them, you can see it comes across. But with Reggie it's brilliant, and you can tell he's so involved in it. He's not just presenting it, for the money kind of thing. He is presenting it because he does care, and because he does want to learn more, and because he is passionate about this musical project. And you can tell that right throughout it, which I think is such a golden thing for the show to have. So the 3 main people we look at are Ruth, Steve and Greg. And out of all the 6, they all have various different levels of Tourette's, and they developed it at different ages and things. I think the 2 youngest are Jake and Emily, who were 15. But Ruth, as I said, I love. I just think she's such a likeable person, and I just found her parts of the show far more enjoyable than the rest. Steve is interesting, but Greg is pretty cute. I will say that. I really liked his. And we learned something, which I'm not going to say too much, I don't want to spoil it, but we learned something about the impact his rollerblading has, or roller skating, I'm not sure what they called it, on his Tourette's, and I found that phenomenal. I was like, really? It works like that? That's incredible. So, watch the programme alone just to find that out. And then we have Jake, Emily and Tom. Anybody else think Tom looks a little bit like Matt LeBlanc? Pretty much when he's not smiling, when he's just got a natural expression. Kind of has a Joey-esque element to him, which I thought was quite interesting. So we get to hear all these people playing and singing, and the transformation of them going from their everyday selves, when they're suffering from Tourette's, and when we can witness the effect of their Tourette's, to them, singing or playing guitar or the drums. It's kind of like they don't have Tourette's, and then obviously they stop, and it starts up again, and it's quite mind-blowing how it works. And you can see that Reggie kind of sees that as well, and it's very interesting. We are almost on this journey with Reggie as he's discovering these things, and it's really fascinating. And we also get to see some Radio 1 footage, which is quite nice. But these 6 are incredibly talented, and at the end of the episode we did get to see them all 6 of them get together. And that alone is fascinating, to see how different Tourette's sufferers kind of impact one another, and how it heightens their own symptoms and their own tics and things. So it is very educational, but it's not just a basic documentary following somebody around who has Tourette's, or 6 people who have Tourette's. It brings in that musical element. It is very, very entertaining as a program, and I mean that in every way possible. You know, it is educational. I did learn an awful lot. Everybody involved in it seems really lovely. There's not one person in this which made me kind of think, a bit of a weak link there. Everything fits together, and I'm really looking forward to the episodes. You know, there are quite a lot of BBC series where I'll watch the first episode and be like, it was alright, I won't watch it again. Tourette's let me entertain you. I will absolutely watch again. I think it is very fascinating, very interesting, and very surprising in times. Everybody is lovely. It's very well packaged together. I didn't feel anything was segued dodgily. Don't think dodgily is a word, but it is now. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's been a long time since I can say I've enjoyed a BBC kind of reality documentary to this extent. Thoroughly loved it. So do check it out. It is quite different to, as I said, a lot of your kind of dry Tourette's documentaries. It's very, very well done, and it's an hour long, and the hour passes so quickly. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts on this, and you know, if you watched it, are you going to carry on watching it? I really can't wait. It is obviously on weekly. Top of my head, I can't remember what day it's on. I did just watch it on iPlayer this morning. Today is Wednesday, so it's on before Wednesday. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!